This is Glenn Rice with Clearview Sewer Cams. We're located at 1040 Williams Court, Simi Valley, California, 93065. Today is September 30th, 2021. We're performing a video sewer inspection through a 4-inch ABS cleanout located just to the right of the front door on the concrete pavers. And this is our 4-inch, let me clean our camera lens, it's a little dirty there. This is our 4-inch ABS cleanout here, and this is our front door area here, next to this guy, and this goes out towards the front of our property. And we went ahead and zeroed out a camera monitor here. What we're going to do is we're going to drop down and begin our video sewer inspection. Up here we're dropping down right into vitreous clay here. And we're just going to go ahead and continue to push out. And again, continue to pull back. Just take a good look at these joints. It does appear that we're possibly in Orangeburg. I'll pause here for a moment. Okay, we went ahead and flushed the toilet just to clear our camera lens and also just to get the line a little flushed out. We just want to push out slowly and double check this line. So we're just going to pause our mic here for a moment. So again, we're just going to go ahead and continue to push out, but we're going to keep our mic paused for a moment. Okay, as we continue to push out, again, we've been pushing through and pushing through slowly, just taking a really good look at the line. And again, it does appear to be this line possibly appears to be Orangeburg sewer piping. As you can see, fairly large lumps throughout the sewer pipe, and that's not typical for vitreous clay. That's not typical for cast iron. This is a telltale sign that it could possibly be Orangeburg sewer piping. And again, we just continue to push out. And as you can see, as we continue to push out, we do have what appears to be some root intrusion. So again, we're just going to continue to push out, and as we push out, it does appear that we do have a root intrusion here. So what we're going to do is we're going to push out, and as we push out, we do transition to what it is appear to be vitreous clay. So what we're going to do is we're going to pause here for a moment and locate this area. Okay, we went ahead and located this area. It is on the right-hand side of the driveway in the grass. And what we did is we placed an orange flag to identify this area. And again, this is it does appear to be Orangeburg sewer piping to vitreous clay transition. And as you can see, we do have a fairly large root intrusion in this transition. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and continue to push out, and we'll make a little bit of a turn. And again, it did appear that we transitioned what appears to be back into Orangeburg sewer piping. So again, as we continue to push out, it did appear that we transitioned from a short piece of vitreous clay sewer piping back into what appears to be Orangeburg. And again, as we continue to push out, you can see the fairly large lumps here. So what we're going to do is we're just going to go ahead and continue to push out. And again, the Orangeburg sewer piping does have quite a bit of lumps and bumps throughout. So again, we're just going to go ahead and continue to push. And again, it does appear that we are transitioning to another section of vitreous clay. So again, we're going to pause here, and we're going to locate this area. Okay, we went ahead and located this area. Again, it is on the right-hand side of the driveway in the grass, and we marked it with an orange flag at 5 foot 9 inches deep. And as you can see here, we do have a fairly large root intrusion, and again, we're transitioning to what appears to be Orangeburg sewer piping into vitreous clay sewer piping. So again, we're just going to go ahead and continue to push out, and again, it does appear to be a fairly large root. So what we'll do is we've got a little bit of debris on our camera lens, so what we're going to do is we're just going to continue to push out and possibly reach our city sewer tie-in. And as you can see, we do have another fairly large root intrusion in this area as well. Yeah. So again, we're going to go ahead and continue to push out, and again, I'll just attempt to push all the way out into our city sewer tie-in. Okay, we went ahead and pushed all the way into our city sewer tie-in. So what we're going to do is we're going to just flush the toilet a couple times, just to get our camera lens nice and clear. Then we'll pull back and take a good look at our line. So we're going to pause here for a moment. Okay, we went ahead and let the water run down. So what we're going to do is we're just going to continue to pull back and take a good look at our line. So again, we did push all the way out into the city sewer tie-in. This is our city sewer tie-in here, and this is our saddle. And as we continue to pull back, you can see that we do have a fairly large gap here in the saddle. Just after the saddle there, that joint there, you can see there's a nice gap in the line right there. And as we continue to pull back, you can see there's a little more gap in that area as well. The gap is pretty large around the top area. Okay, we're going to go ahead and continue to pull back. And again, just going to pull back slowly. Again, it doesn't seem to appear to be long lengths. So this line here is possibly concrete sewer piping for approximately 10 to 12 feet between the joints. And we do have another joint there, which is a fairly good indication that this is concrete sewer piping. So again, we're going to continue to pull back. As you can see, we do have some debris, a lot of tissue paper and stuff that's been remnants from the root intrusion. Root intrusion is holding back quite a bit of tissue and debris, and what little bit of it's being pushed through is getting pushed through and becoming remnants along the side of the concrete sewer piping. So again, we're going to continue to pull back. A little bit of neoprene band exposed in that joint, but again, nothing major there. So continue to pull back. And again, a little bit of a gap here as well, and a little bit of neoprene band exposed there around the 12 o'clock, about the 9 o'clock going around to about the 1 o'clock area. And again, let's just continue to pull back. And again, we are pulling back into our root intrusion. So again, we're going to pull back, and as we pull back, you can see we do have a fairly large root intrusion in that joint. And again, you can see that it's holding back quite a bit of debris, tissue paper, a lot of stuff's getting held up in this joint here. And again, that's a fairly large root intrusion. So again, we're going to go ahead and continue to pull back. And again, as we pull back, you can see that we're pulling back into, does appear from our concrete sewer piping transitioning to what appears to be vitreous clay. And then again, in that joint there, you can see that we do have a fairly large root intrusion in that area. Continue to pull back, make a little bit of a turn, and you can see there where it does appear that we are transitioning to what appears to be Orangeburg sewer piping. So again, as you can see right around the 10 o'clock area there, you can see that there's kind of a bow in the pipe there, and that's where the root intrusion is entering from. You can see that it's buckling the Orangeburg. So we're going to pause here for a moment. Okay, again, we're going to, as I mentioned, we are transitioning to what appears to be Orangeburg sewer piping. So again, we're just going to go ahead and continue to pull back. As you can see, we pull back. There's a lot of lumps and bumps in the Orangeburg sewer piping. And again, this area is on the right-hand side of the driveway in the grass area. We did mark it with orange flags. So you can see fairly large lumps here. That's not typical for vitreous clay, cast iron, or ABS. So again, make a little bit of a turn, and as you can see, we do have a large root intrusion in this area here, and it does appear to be a short section of vitreous clay right here, because as we pull back, we transition back into what appears to be Orangeburg sewer piping. So again, you can see there we do have what appears to be a tear in the Orangeburg sewer piping right around the 9 o'clock area. So again, we're going to just continue to pull back, and again, you can see the lumps there, fairly large lumps there, and those are all telltale signs that it is Orangeburg sewer piping. So again, we'll continue to pull back. Coming up underneath the driveway. And again, continue to pull back, make a little bit of a turn. And we're going to come up and out of our clean out. And that will conclude our video sewer inspection.